One of the most important things before you start your lash journey: isolation and placement. Hi, my name is Cosmina. I'm a lash technician and also a lash trainer. In this video, I'm going to explain you in very detail how to work with placement and isolation. This is one of the most important things when I explain to my students as well. In order to create a beautiful set and a perfect retention for your set, you need to understand your isolation and placement. Isolation and placement comes with a perfect angle. And this is one chart that I always explain to my students. Perfect retention comes with a perfect placement. Perfect placement comes with a perfect angle. Now, we need to analyze and we need to understand those three words. Retention, of course, comes from glue. But in order for you to have a perfect retention, you need to understand the placement of the lash. If you don't have a perfect connection and a perfect angle, then as soon as you finish your sets and you start brushing them, all of them are going to fly away. That's not a good retention and not a good placement. Now, what is the angle? Angle should be exactly as your natural lashes are growing. If your natural lash is growing towards the right, then in this case we need to fix the direction and keep our lashes or our fans straight. If you follow the direction on the growth, then your natural lashes and your sets are going to look very bad because you follow the direction. If your natural lashes are going straight or are going towards the right, left, then we need to fix and keep the extension straight in order to create a beautiful and symmetric set. Now, what is also angle? Angle comes from your hands. Isolation is always, if you're righty or lefty, it depends, but normally isolation is on the left hand, where you're separating the natural lashes. Now, picking hand is the right hand. This is where you're going to pick the extensions and apply on the natural lashes. Now, with this hand, we need to understand what is the perfect angle. And also, I always explain this to my students. You want to be straight all the time. This is how you're going to work. I don't want you to lay on top of the face or on top of the bed. You always want to keep your elbows next to your hips. So I'm always like this. So let me give you an example. I have my isolation tweezer right here, and I also have my picking tweezer right here. So the way I isolate is, when I go to the right eye, I move my chair to the left and I start working on the right side. When I work on the left side, I move my chair and my body towards the right, and then I start isolating. You always want to have your isolation straight on the natural lashes. I don't want you to isolate from sides like this, because you're not going to be able to open straight, and then it's going to be hard for you to apply. Now, this is one of the most important things that I explain to all my students. When you work on the right side, you have the support on the bed, which is really, really helpful for you. So, for example, I'm going to isolate one natural lash. My elbow is on the bed, and also my pinky finger is on the face. So from here, it will give me a lot of support, and I can stay here for a couple seconds. If you don't have the support somewhere on the cheek or on the face or on the forehead, on the bed, then your hand is gonna start shaking, and that's not okay. Now, when you work on the left eye, it may be a little bit harder because you don't have the support from the bed, right? But the good part is that you have the bridge of the nose, and you have the part of the nose where you can support your pinky, and then from here you can also apply. Make sure your direction is correct. Moving your angle is exactly like your natural lashes are growing. If your natural lashes, for example, right now are straight down and they're growing down, then your angle, instead of this 45 degree or 90 degree, goes all the way down and you almost touch the top of your nose, because this is how straight your natural lashes are growing. So you need to match that perfect base, okay? And then if you work on the left side, remember we go with the chair on the right and make sure you have enough support to isolate. Then you come back and move the chair again. Not your whole body. You always move with the chair right or left, but your back is still straight. Okay, so now I'm going to show you very close so you can see exactly how I isolate with both tweezers and also how I place the lashes on both eyes. Okay, so as you can see here, I have two tweezers. One is isolation, which is in my left hand, and then the curved one is on my right hand, where I'm going to pick the lashes and place the lashes. So now I'm going to go and isolate, and one trick that I always mention, and this is a beautiful tip that you can work on your sets, have the second tweezer helping you to isolate the natural lashes. You can dig between them and find the lash that you like. Once you find the lash, you open and hold the tweezer into the pad, but don't push. Your hand has to be straight on the forehead. Now, when you come with your extension, you come and place the extension towards your angle. If your lash is up, then your angle is going to come up. If your lash is straight, then your angle is going to be straight. You basically switch your angle based on your natural lashes growth. If it's straight, you go straight. If it's up, you come up. And also another tip, you can also use a curved tweezer in order to isolate. That will give you the opportunity to open all the way to the base of the natural lashes, and you're going to see the space way more clear. Okay, I hope this video was helpful, and don't go anywhere because I'm going to explain you the difference between thickness for a classic set and also the thickness for working with American volume and a Russian volume.